Hello, guys. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. I am now live. And can you guys hear me? Hey, Rachel, give me a thumbs up. All right. We are live, guys. I'm at my office down at 99 Spring Street in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. I see, you guys. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Rio. The Roby family, are you guys here? Is it Roby or Robbie? I think it's Roby. And, oh, man, I'm getting some messages already. I want to welcome all of you guys. I think we'll start to see more people as the show goes on. If you haven't been to my office here at 99 Spring, this is it. I do the artwork here and we print here. We actually have the laundry room here for our nightly rentals and things like that. Hi, Stacy. Thanks for joining. I think everybody that is in here right now was at the auction Friday. But this segment that we're doing right here and right now is not about me. This is about another store that we have in town in Eureka Springs. But before I introduce you to them, I want you to meet Rachel Kirk, who runs so much of what happens at T-Rex. So let me bring Rachel in. Hey, Rachel.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going good. How you doing?
Oh, just dandy, enjoying my quarantine life.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, all I do is bake bread and stay up entirely too late watching Netflix shows.
Okay, so what's the best show you watched this week?
Oh, that's hard. Don't ask me that because I'm gonna say something super embarrassing.
Okay, I'm watching. I know you guys don't care that much, but I have to tell you, I am watching The Last Dance, and I'm watching Waco. And I know you'd like Waco.
Yeah, definitely. Is it good so far?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Rachel. Everyone,
what's up?
I want to introduce our small group of viewers from Facebook, YouTube, and everywhere else. I want to introduce them to a store that I really just love. It's let me see if I can get a nice little shot here. All right. I'm gonna get you a better one. Yeah, that's okay. MOJO Records is in Eureka Springs, and I want to introduce you. That's a parade. I want to introduce you to their owners. So let's get them in here. I'm gonna
get them in. I'll unmute them.
You guys, are you here? Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Perfect. Hey. Hi. Hey, I'm Morgan. My girlfriend Blaire is back behind the camera. We are the owners of MOJO Records. We've been in business here in Eureka Springs for about 3 years. We opened in 2017. And this is our store. We're going to kind of give you a little look around. We're going to give you a virtual tour of both our store, and then we opened a little restaurant this year too. Blaire's the chef on the B side. That's the name of our little cafe that we opened this year. And yeah, we have thousands of records in the store. We've tried to highlight a few of them that we think you might enjoy. But we have a lot of other records that we haven't been able to pull out. We're your personal shopper, so we can find whatever it is that you're looking for in these shelves of vinyl records. So and we can kind of start kind of going this way. Of course our alphabet starts over there, and we've always got goodies on the wall. So yeah, it's a Clash album, my good buddy David Bowie. We're going to come back and talk about some of these other things on the wall. We've got this Jerry Garcia album I picked out. This is a kind of a bluegrass album. Look at this Sweet Pebbles album. It's yellow vinyl. All right, and some goodies here. We got Judas Priest. It's one of my favorite albums. Look at this Bat Out of Hell album. This is an album that you have to have in your record collection. If you don't have this at home, we can hook you up. I know we've got at least a couple of copies of that. One of my favorite albums of all time.
What's that called?
This one? Bat Out of Hell.
Bat Out of Hell, that's what I thought. I wasn't allowed to.
Yeah. This is the original 1977 version. It's got the sleeve inside. I graded it as very good plus. This is super clean. It's got not even a ring wear on it. So this is a really clean copy of this one. I could probably sing you most of the words of that. We won't put you through that tonight. Some other really goodies here, a Pink Floyd album. Look at this sweet Queensryche album. This is a Mexican pressing, 1984.
Whoa.
Kind of rare. That one came from Mexico.
Hey, Morgan, I want to tell our 17 viewers, I don't know if
Yes.
they know this or not, but MOJO Records is right now, here in this moment at 5:36, is open for business, and everything that you're touching is for sale, right?
That's right. It's all for sale. I'd love to see it go home with you. It does me no good to be sitting here, although I enjoy listening to it. I'd much rather see it go home with some of these wonderful listeners who are listening.
And Morgan, I got a question about that. So if someone, let's say they wanted that Bad Out of Heck album, I'm not allowed to say the real thing.
Straight out of heck.
HELL.
You got it.
If someone wanted that, would it end up, being packed in a box like this?
Yes. Yeah. We ship all of our records through the United States Postal Service, USPS. We usually ship media mail, and it gets to you in a couple of days at the most, 2 or 3 days. What we normally do is our shipping costs is about $5, but we're going to do a special deal with what we're doing with you, Jayme. If you order up to $50 worth of merch from us in the next few days between now and when we do the Friday auction with you, if you get $50 worth of merch, a T-shirt, a couple of records, we're gonna do the shipping is gonna be free. So free shipping. But ordinarily we can ship up to 5 records in one of our mail carriers. So we try to cram those, 5 records into a box. And we've had a lot of fun actually with this quarantine. We've had people who have done birthday gifts. Records are a fun thing to do, to listen to no matter when. But I think people are spending a lot more time at home and kind of jamming out maybe to their vinyl a little bit more than normal. So we've had fun trying to send gift packages and things to people too. So
I want to try and play a game where I can pick something and see if you have it.
Okay, yeah. Thank God everything's in alphabetical order for my sanity. So
okay.
Yeah, you let me know what you're looking for, and I'll see if I can dig it up.
Okay, let's see how fast you can find it too. Hey, we have a new guest with us. Hi there. Okay, if anyone that's watching, now we have 16 people watching so far. Okay, can someone that is watching pick out a band or a musical act that you want to challenge Morgan to see if she has? Now let's start off real easy. Like don't pick something super hard. But
throw me a softball first.
Yeah. I'm gonna start. So I want to know if you have anything from Bread.
Bread. You got it. Good. Let's see what we got. Right there. There's a Bread.
That's what I'm talking about.
The best of Bread. This is a gatefold album too, so it's got like this sweet, book cover.
How much is that?
Well, $5 $5.
Oh,
that's right.
Sold.
I'll put it in your name.
Okay.
You got it, buddy.
Okay, hey,
That's actually the only Bread album I got at the moment.
Harper. Do you know someone named Harper?
I do, yeah. I went to college with Harper.
Okay.
One of my best friends.
Harper wants to know if you have Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. We've got a bunch of Fleetwood Mac right now. Surprisingly, it's almost all from the early era of Fleetwood Mac before Lindsay and Stevie joined the band. So we've got some like early blues Fleetwood Mac right now. Look at that. We've got 2 copies of this Mystery to Me right now. One's the original. This is the original 1973 with the insert. And then this one's a little bit cheaper. It's a reissue. But they both have the same music on it. Music collectors sometimes really go wild about the originals. So this one's worth it just a touch more.
Yeah, listen, that if you want one of those, well, how much? You said $15 on the cheaper one. How much?
Sure.
I think I lost. There you go.
15 and 30. So the reissue is $15, and the original's 30. Yeah, and then we've got this sweet Fleetwood Mac. This is another Fleetwood Mac we've got. Yep.
I love it.
This is
that Allison?
This is an unofficial release, bootleg copy.
Oh wow! Well, listen, there's another request. Is this Crystal? Is this a band called Head East?
Yep, there's a band called Head East.
Okay.
I don't know if I've got any of those over here. You know, most of our albums that we've got are in alphabetical order, but every now and then, some of those bands like Head East is in that bargain bin kind of category, where it's usually over in my $1 or $3 section. I don't have any over here at the moment, but I know that I've got a few maybe stuck over in the $3 section, which I don't advertise.
Okay. Well, hey, I'll throw you a little easier one. My friend Cole. This guy Cole is awesome. You know who he is? Cole Wakefield. He works. He does the doggy, stuff. What's the proper? Is it the doggy shop? Is that what we're calling that? Yeah. Okay. So Cole wants to know if you have any. Oh, she's my cover girl. You know what that is? Or Hanging Tough.
New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, you have that.
Yeah, I don't have a New Kids on the Block album at the moment.
Okay.
One of my favorite albums, that 90s kind of vinyl stuff is getting really hard to find.
Since you don't have it, let's see if anyone can name, or maybe collectively, can we name all of the band members of New Kids on the Block?
I got it. I can do this. I got this.
Well, let's give
everybody.
Well, let's give everybody a chance to get in there and see if they can.
All right. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to embarrass everybody so quickly, but I got this.
I got at least one of them. Because I had a man crush on Jordan Knight.
Well, yeah, of course. Jordan was the cutest one. Duh. Yeah, I know all of it. Here, let's walk around a little bit while we're doing this and kind of show everybody else. So we got to about right here. If you come with us over here, this is kind of where our cafe is. This is the part of the restaurant that starts. Of course, right now we're in our social distancing business, so our restaurant's not open, and we might not be open in this part for a while. But we want you to see and kind of see what you can expect when things are back and open. So this is our little dining room. A lot of artwork up on the wall and swag lamps that we love. Blaire is great about finding bargains on Facebook Marketplace and thrift stores and things like that.
Ooh, I like that. Muppets. And we might be losing you a little bit let me get over here for a second. We're losing that footage for a second. I'm going to talk to you. I think she probably went outside for a second and lost connection, but she'll be back. And when I see that video moving around, we'll go back to her. Here she is.
Small building. There we go.
Hey, Morgan, can you
hear me, Jayme?
I can hear you. Yeah.
We got a little ambitious. Okay. Maybe our internet is a little faulty here in this little building. We couldn't pass up the opportunity to give you guys a look at our back deck and what we're looking forward to being able to do once things are back to normal.
So Morgan, I wanted you to show me again how many records can fit in one of those mailers that's going to be shipping for free.
Let's see. We can usually fit up to 5.
Okay, and as long as I get to $50, then it's free?
Correct.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, the mailer is kind of like this.
Whee!
We stack the records in here like this. So you can usually get up to 3 or 4 or 5 at least, depending on if it's a double record sometimes. We mail them up. We usually put a free sticker in the mail.
A little more care in the packaging.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm not the mailer. But yeah.
Okay, I wanted to ask you this question. I noticed that, like, I run T-Rex, and sometimes people come and they look at the toys, but they don't always. Here, let me join you for a second. Hold on. Okay, so a lot of people will look and browse the toys and enjoy the memories and all that, but then they'll leave with a sticker or a T-shirt or something from the actual store experience. And I was wondering, do you have? I actually know the answer to this, so it feels a little bit like I'm lying, but do you have anything like that?
Well, we sure do. Show them what we have. Okay, so yeah, we have T-shirts and stickers. Of course, Eureka. People come to Eureka and they want to have something that they can take home with them. So whether or not they listen to records, most everybody can put a T-shirt on And we're gonna do, again, like between now and when we do the auction with Jayme on Friday, we're gonna do some special t-shirt deals. So our tie-dye t-shirt, our black t-shirts that you see right there, we're gonna do for $15 a piece, free shipping. So it comes out to 17 or so something with tax.
Nice.
And then our fortune teller, our zombie head, and then we have one other that looks like Mars Attacks. It's called Mojo's Attacks. We need to get one of those up on the wall. We're going to do all three of those for $25 a piece, free shipping, of course. And we would love to see some of you guys with these shirts. Our good buddy Chad Maupin, who I know that Jayme had on last week, he did our design for both of the fortune teller and the Mojo's Attack shirt that I'll probably be wearing on Friday so that you guys can see what it looks like. Chad's a great friend of ours. He's a good artist buddy of ours, way out of our league in terms of art.
Hey,
it works out perfectly.
I want to ask you a question. So, okay, let's say somebody's like watching this, but they're driving home or something, which is probably not safe. So don't do that. But maybe they're not ready to buy anything right in this moment, but they definitely want to support you. How can somebody, reach out to you and let them know that they wanted that Fleetwood Mac album or something like that? And how do you do your online transactions? What's the plan?
Any way you guys can contact us is the best way. If you want to contact us on Facebook, that's great. You can send us a message and we'll get back with you. You can email us. Our email address, Mojo's Records, Eureka Springs @gmail.com. Or you can send us a text message or call us. The business phone is my cell phone, so I've always got it with me. You can text me if you need. It's 501-412-7378. I think Jayme's got all that information. He's probably showing you on the screen. But
yeah,
really, anyway.
Morgan, hang in there.
What was that, Jayme? Uh-oh, did we lose him?
I think we got a little frozen. So.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. So, you guys, I have to ask.
Yeah.
I have someone asking how much the Star Wars album is.
Aha! So we were going to talk about this right at the end, right before we ended. These items that we have here, not including this flash up and this movie. So this row of items here and this bottom row is what we have planned for the auction on Friday. So we've got them sitting in reserve right now. You can kind of see what we have in terms of prices on them, where we might start the bids. But the Star Trek, the Star Wars, this is the original 1977. It's got 2 LPs in there. It's the gatefold version.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
Ordinarily, I usually ask about $30 for that, but we're gonna put that in the auction. And see, we're probably going to bulk it together with a couple of other things. One other really cool thing that we've got for the auction is this sweet Pac-Man picture disc. Look at this. It's got Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man on it. And then on the back side is another picture of Pac-Man and Mrs. Pac-Man.
Oh,
so we're going to auction that off on Friday. And then we have a full set of these Gremlins book. These are record and book set. So they came, this was from 1984, of course, right around the time that the movie came out. We're gonna auction off the full set of those, all 5. And of course, so the book, it comes with a little book that you can read the book.
Oh my gosh!
Of course, and then it's got the little record that you can follow along. So you put the record on, and it reads you the page. And then, of course, it'll make the little beep sound when you're supposed to change the page.
That's awesome. I haven't thought about that beep sound in a really long time. So.
That's right. What's so fun about records, especially records that are, of a certain kind, where it was kids' records, people have a really strong memory of those because you can remember playing with them when you were at your parents' house, your grandparents' house, or whatever. it's a nostalgic kind of thing, very similar to toys. And so that's why we were so excited when we saw that Jayme had done such an awesome auction this last week and sold so many cool toys that we remember. We're also going to auction off this Hollow Man. This is another book and record set. This is more of a comic book. Isn't this cool? So this is like more of a comic book, and it'll read the comic to you. Same kind of idea. It's got a record in the back that'll read the record to you. And yeah, then it'll read you this whole comic.
That is awesome. And I know you said earlier that you had like specially curated these records just for T-Rex and like for people who like toys. So if I am looking for a gift for someone and I have no idea what to get them, but I know what their favorite band is that something I can do? Like just say they really like Fleetwood Mac. Can you help me find something?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's something that I've really enjoyed doing the last month or so. It's a different thing, you know, getting to choose gifts for other people. But because we have so many different records of different genres too, not only just rock, we have a lot of country albums, we have blues, comedy albums, kids albums, soundtracks, jazz and instrumental. Long story short, we're likely to be able to fill that gap for whatever it is that you're looking to find. And if we can't find it, if you're willing to pay us to do a finder's fee and to order it for you, most things can be found online. I mean, we do live in the online world. So if you're willing to allow us to, go ahead and get the money up front, we can order a lot of things for you online too. So.
Awesome. Very cool. And I have to say, someone is asking about gift certificates. Are gift certificates available in your store?
Yes, absolutely. We do gift certificates. We'll be glad to directly mail them to whomever you're, if it's for a gift or if you're just trying to build up a tab here for when the world comes back. Sure, we'll put you a tab on, or we can send out a gift certificate too. Yep.
Hey, Morgan, I got a question. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
And you can say no, but I was wondering if we could meet Blaire.
Yes, I would love to do that. Here we go.
Oh Lord.
Now I get to take this part over. Okay, here we go. Whee! Here's Blaire.
Hey, Blaire.
Hello.
I don't know.
Blaire is at least 75% of the equation. She just doesn't know it.
Hey, Blaire, I wanted to tell you, I think that you're amazing. I've been in B-Side Cafe, and I've had food there, and I think you're talented and awesome, and I'm glad you're here with us.
Thank you, Jayme.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite band?
Oh, that's a hard one. I grew up on that 90s kind of grunge, Bush and Gavin Rossdale, and we're supposed to go see Alanis Morissette this summer, but maybe that'll happen. But stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anything that's been played in kitchens since I started working in them.
Okay, awesome. And so, okay, you have a menu from March that you developed yourself that you were super excited to share with everyone, and then we had this, whole ordeal. So what menu item are you the most excited and proud of to share with us once you get open to whatever capacity you're going to open?
All of our bread, so the Fandango and the Reuben, it's both on bread that Lori Ranko in town makes. So my goal with this was that nothing comes out of a box and that it's all made locally. So the microgreens come from the farmer's market. Lori does the bread. I wanted it to be a small menu, but done really well. We don't like those big chain places that have a billion items on the menu and they're all kind of mediocre. So we wanted it to be a cool experience from the records to the food. So.
Okay, Blaire, I mean, let's get real serious here for a second. I mean, this is really important. So we have Donnie and Danny And that's it so far. I mean, Donnie and Danny, there are at least 3 more. Can you help us out?
The new kids on the block is what he's talking about. Do you know any of the other ones?
Was there a Mark?
No.
No.
But he has a brother that's in the band.
Yeah, think hard.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, but what's his brother's name?
I have no idea. Not Mark Wahlberg.
I still know. Oh,
Come on,
boy.
people. I mean, I don't know if maybe I'm just not seeing all the comments with all the new kids on the block. Band members.
Who?
Let's
Oh,
look at
the menu?
This is
Oh,
by the way,
yeah.
this is our menu. This was our menu that we just did right before we had to close down.
Like a few days before closing.
Fun stuff though. This Sweata Weta, I think it's this one. Ooh, this is probably my favorite.
You guys,
Very good.
I ate something called my uncle's sausage or something. What was it?
Yeah. So it was called Crazy Uncle Ted. That was Blair's house-made garlic sausage that we had on the first menu, and we changed the name of that so that's what we changed to this Bangers and Mash. We thought we were being really clever with doing the names for things, and
Some people get the jokes and some people don't get all the jokes.
So it's definitely not called my uncle's sausage. Thanks. That's good to know. Wait, hold
you
on.
come in and you ask your uncle's sausage, we'll know exactly what you're talking about.
We have an addition to the band list. We have Joey McIntyre.
Yeah, that's. So name the other 3. So we got Joey, we got
Danny,
and
we got Donnie, which was the Wahlberg boy. And so we need 2
you
more.
already mentioned Jordan, so we got 4.
Okay, is there one more?
Yes, there is.
Okay, hold on.
But there were 5.
Danny,
It's every good boy.
Donnie, Jordan.
His name was. Should I say it? Mm-hmm. His name's John. So you got Danny, Donnie, Joe, Jordan, John. Those are the new kids on the block.
Okay, all
I'll
right.
be here all night, kids. This is my superhuman strength. I can give all kinds of worthless music info, especially regarding bad '90s boy bands. I got it. This is Mon 10.
Hey, I just want to say something for a second. Guys, if you're watching, there's 20 people watching. Please, if you can, support Morgan and Blaire during this time. If you can't do it right now, come and visit us when we open. Come see Morgan when she opens. Her store is amazing. It's getting better all the time. Hey, Morgan, tell them a little bit about the expansion, because like when we first met, you had that tiny little space, and like, what has it been like to grow your store by 300%?
It's crazy, really, when you think about where we started in that tiny little spot right over next door. Blaire was working at Local Flavor. She was the chef there, and I was bored and in need of something to occupy my time. So it worked out brilliantly. We opened up again there over in May of 2017 in that tiny little space. We probably had, I don't know, maybe 500 records to start with.
It's where I have the kitchen now.
Yeah, now, I mean, that's where the kitchen is. That's where our tiny little dining room is over there. And it was an experiment. It was a great experiment, but we just kind of, we thought, well, okay, we need extra space. We need more space. So we, when this space came open, my dear friend Fran, she had an art gallery here, and she decided to retire, and the space was open, and we took this space over, and we vacated the smaller space at the time. We just had this bigger space, and that was kind of strange too, because at first we really didn't have enough merchandise to fill the space. So we just kept adding more records and more artwork, and just kind of floating the idea that if we're here, people will come to us. People will find a record store, and that's certainly proven to be true. Record people find record stores because we're record people. When we go out of town and we go to places that we love to visit, we always find record stores. So yeah, Jayme, you're right. It's been a wild roller coaster of a ride.
Then we reopened in October back to the little tiny spot. We spent a lot of time trying to get our back deck to where folks can sit out there and enjoy food. We think we have the last hurdle to accomplish before we can have our beer and wine license. So we're hoping that people can also come in the record store, enjoy a beer or a glass of wine while they're looking at records, or sit out on the back deck and eat food. Of course, there's good food that Blaire makes, and enjoy a beer or glass of wine. So that's coming too. We're hoping that that's on the way. So
it sounds awesome. I gotta ask you, do you know someone named Robert R.J. Josephine?
yeah, I know RJ. RJ is a DJ from up in the Kansas City area. Is he
Okay.
on? Hey RJ,
Yeah.
what's up, man?
Yeah, he's on here. Is there anything you want to say to Robert R.J.?
I sure would, man. I'd love to. I wish that you were here right now and that it was a normal day where we were having a parade or some kind of event. But because it's not, I mean, we're still here and we're still your favorite local record store, whether, no matter what. We're excited to be able to kind of navigate through this time together with a lot of people. It's a weird time, strange days, as they say. But I think it's about the attitude. And Jayme, I'll just brag on you, man. You're the most positive, bright, shining light in what can really be a dark time. You've really kind of just kicked, at least my butt. You kicked me in gear. Like, there's no reason for us to, act like this isn't something that we can, put a positive spin on. So thanks to you, Jayme. That kind of is a big deal. So.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. I mean, our city.
And, people like RJ are the reason that we're still in business. RJ's he probably was one of my first customers that I had over next door, and we're just so fortunate and grateful for people who have continued to be good customers and clients of ours, and that we continue to build people from all over the world. So that's exciting.
That's right. Hey, there's you had comments going back to the beginning that I didn't get a chance to read, and one of the natures of doing this stream stuff is we miss things and things go wrong and stuff. But I think it's been awesome to see you on there and to hear about your store. And I think that you have people in your life that miss seeing you. And I mean, we all miss our family and friends. We haven't been able to hug or anything, and it's been super hard. So I hope that some of the people out there who really love you enjoy seeing you and hear you talk about your business. I wanted to find us a particular person that we didn't mention, but there were people that were mentioning records the whole time. Stacy Chamberlain and Elaine Williams. Oh, there was one band. Was this a band? Hold on, let me find it real quick. Somebody mentioned a band. Oh, Penny Sullivan did. Hi, Penny. Oh, I'm going to sound terrible because I don't know who this is, but Rosalie Sorellas, is that a person? Is that a singer?
That doesn't ring with me, but I'll when we're finished, of course, I'll go back and look at all the comments and try to follow up with people and make sure that if they're looking for something.
Well, it's either a record that she wants or she thinks Rosalie was one of the new kids on the block, and I'm having a hard time deciding.
Yeah, Donnie, John, Jordan, Rosalie, and Jordan. All of them. Yeah.
Maybe I could go through all these different groups that they named off, and we can make our own new kids on the block boy band, because Van Morrison would make an awesome member of a boy band.
Yes, as long as you weren't focusing on the lyrics, because that poor man always sounds like he's got
well,
in his mouth.
Well, if we just put the songs to a better beat, and I think James Taylor was mentioned, so maybe James Taylor could be in the boy band, huh?
Absolutely, we're going with the old boy bands. This is going to be grandpa band. These guys don't have much hair to talk about anymore. So.
And what's the lead singer of The Cure?
Oh, what is that guy's name?
He's cool.
Oh, I'm failing.
Come on, people, help us. I know you're
I know, right? Help me out.
Okay.
What
Well,
is his name? Here, I can Google it. I'll Google it
Yeah,
real
you
quick.
Google it. You Google it. I'm
I
gonna
can
be
use my Google Box just as best as anybody else.
Hey Rachel, you got Google, right? Come on, let's get her. Let's try to beat her.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my God, that's fast fingers.
This is I don't know. I sure don't know. I love him though.
Robert Smith. Robert Smith.
Robert
Yes.
Okay. So he's in our boy band, okay?
That's
He's got a lot of
great
hair.
name.
I mean, he's got the hair category down. James Taylor, not so much.
Hey guys, I gotta tell you this. Right now I'm going to I'm going to go over to T-Rex right now, and I'm gonna do a real quick live tour of the store and then a preview. Hey Morgan, while I'm gone, Rachel's taking over, and while I'm gone, I was hoping you could show her the auction item that you're going to bring it to my auction on Friday. The auction's at 6 p.m. on Friday, which is in a couple days, and I can't wait to see what you have. So just show it to Rachel and everyone watching, and they'll be able to bid on that on Friday. And in the meantime, I'm going to run over to T-Rex right now, and then I'll pick up from there.
Sweet. We'll figure something out because we already shipped all that stuff. I think while Jayme was having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, I don't know. He's off in his own little world, I think.
All
But
right. What else can we show off while we're here? Oh, let me show you these sweet posters. We're gonna do these posters for $5.
oh, those
Again,
are
between now and Friday. So this was done by our buddy Chad Moffin again. So this is like our T-shirt design, but we've got these posters. You see, he's predicting vinyl, the future of vinyl.
so cool. That's one thing I love about Chad's art. He's great at taking your vision and making it into something that is just crazy.
Chad is incredible. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, look at this sweet Toto album. I think we got all the way down here to the end of this Toto. This is one of my favorite albums. Also in almost mint condition. Not quite. It's got a little bit of ring wear up at the top. This is the one that's got Africa on it. And Rosanna, which I also really love.
I'm sad to say that I think that's the only Toto song that I know. So
if you only know one, it's a pretty good one.
there you go.
Look, we were looking for Head East earlier. Look, here's a Head East cassette tape.
Oh, perfect. I think
Pop right
Crystal
out.
was looking for that one. Oh, Crystal says I have that. So she's on the ball.
We haven't talked a lot about country, but of course we have a ton of country albums. Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings. We got a bunch of that stuff. Look at this sweet Kid and Play album. I like this hair.
Oh,
That is not a quarantine haircut, kids.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure my hair is gonna start looking like that pretty soon.
It might. You never can tell.
Oh man.
Sweet Muddy Waters album.
So what about like more modern music? Do you have anything there? Because for me,
I
know.
already stubborn. What I've always enjoyed and what I really wanted to try to make our record store focused on was vintage vinyl.
awesome. Yeah.
Almost all record stores that you go into anymore have brand new records still sealed up. And I fought it as long as I could. And then Blair finally was like, okay, we should have some new stuff. So here's our new section. We do have quite a bit of new still sealed up records. So like we've got some Black Keys. Here's a John Lee Hooker album. This is some other stuff. Courtney Andrews. Ooh, this album is awesome. If you guys haven't heard this, check it out on Spotify. It's kind of like it's hard to describe, but it's metal, but it's like ambient kind of metal, and it's all based on marijuana, which is also fun.
That's not something I would have thought I would ever hear is ambient metal, but
again, it's hard to describe, but that's kind of how I would describe it. We have a lot of records from our buddy Jack White at Third Man Records, so almost all of the Raconteurs and the White Stripes. We've got a lot of those. The sweet Loretta Lynn album that Jack White produced. This is an awesome album. This was a new release that Neil Young did with Jack White. Yeah, so we have a bunch of White Stripes albums because
Jack White is the guy from Third Man Records. So bunch of White Stripes. This is one of his solo albums. So yeah, all of these are still brand new, stilled up. Modest Mouse. If you guys like Modest Mouse, we've got a full spread of those.
My 14-year-old heart is like going crazy. Modest Mouse.
Yeah. This is a Muddy Waters album. Some Al Green. This is, again, these are reissues from the 70s, but they're brand new, still sealed up on 180 gram vinyl. So if you're having problems finding some of this older vintage stuff, they've started to reissue some of them, and the sound quality on them are pretty decent. And then it's you know, for $20. That's generally what most of our new vinyl is, in that $20, $30 area. Iron and Wine.
So
for our hipster friends,
I have to ask you, if you could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, that's one of my favorite questions. And it's a pretty easy one for me to answer. It's Fleetwood Mac's Rumors. It's my favorite album of all time. It might be a little basic in terms of like, you know, record aficionados, but the musicianship on it and the songs, I can just listen to that over and over. My second would probably be Fleetwood Mac's Tusk. That's also another one of my favorite albums. Fleetwood Mac's my favorite band. Stevie Nicks is you know, she can do no wrong in my book.
I mean,
but that's the fun thing about having a record store too, is that it expands your horizons. I've listened to more music in the last 3 years than I have in my entire life. And every time that somebody comes in and says, have you ever heard this band, or have you ever, you know, I'm looking for this particular album, it's fun for me because I get to try to expand again my musical horizons. And I don't know, that it's interesting to hear what other people are searching out for their collections too. And there's nothing more fun for me than finding something that someone else wants to take home. So
yeah. And I have one last question. Penny is asking, do you buy clean records from other collectors?
Yeah, we're always looking for good, clean vinyl. It's always difficult because sometimes people will come into the store, or they'll contact us with large collections, hundreds, maybe even thousands of records in the collection, or you know, maybe even just 10 or 15. We're always looking for vinyl, and condition really matters the most. So if they've been sitting in your attic or your basement or whatever, they might not carry as much value as if they had been, you know, shared in a collection with somebody who was listening to them all the time. But yeah, long story short, that's how we get our inventory, is by buying collections and seeking out large collections of records that we can kind of filter through and pick out the goodies, the meat and potatoes, if you will. Even though our store is pretty large, we have to be specific about the inventory that we're going to have. So again, long story short, if you've got a collection that you're looking to let go of, contact us. I'll be glad to come out and look at it and kind of give you a price quote at that point. It just varies so much that it's kind of hard to say exactly.
Definitely.
But yeah, we're always looking for vinyl. And that's one of my favorite things to do in the whole world, is to look through a huge vinyl collection.
I mean, like, yeah, that sounds like the best day ever. So I think we have Jayme ready. He is in T-Rex, but just to let everyone know, I am going to be linking your Facebook page, your email address, your phone number, everything like that down in the comments below. And if you have any questions, let us know. And I'm sure Jayme's going to say the same thing, but thank you so much for coming on. We love you guys. We are so thankful to be your neighbors in downtown Eureka. And yeah, we'll get through it. We'll get through it together.
Oh, for sure. We will. And thank you guys so much. We're looking forward to Friday. And we'll be sure and look through the comments and try to catch up with people and make sure that we're taking care of them too. So
awesome. Thank you so much, Morgan.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Jayme, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you too.
Okay, good. I hope Morgan stays with us and hangs out with us for a little bit because she's awesome. And Blair, thank you so much. I know you didn't want to get on camera and you did it anyway, so I really appreciate that. Hey guys, we're going shopping. We're going shopping right now at T-Rex for a second. Let's go. Really, I got two agendas. One, first, is I had a lot of people ask me, can you walk through the store? Where's my camera? There it is. Okay. Will you walk through the store and show us stuff? Yes, I'll do that. And the second agenda is I want to show you the preview items. We really learned a lot from the auction we did Friday, and we made some improvements. And one of those things is to show you what we have. So let's go on in and shop here for a quick second. I'm just going to do the quick tour. Okay, Sci-Fi Cycling. Sci-Fi Cycling is a watercolor series that I created with Star Wars characters riding bicycles, and they're fun. Social Justice League, if I'm going too fast, sorry. And then we have some He-Man and some Man-at-Arms riding bicycles. We have candles from some of your favorite pop stars like David Bowie and Prince and Chris Cornell and Tom Petty and Amy Winehouse. And this person does not play music, but she is awesome, and she deserved her own candle. Carrie Fisher and George Michael, of course, and the one and only Tupac. Yes, so I make those candles myself, and I got a lot of more of my favorites to do next. So here's some of my favorite action figures of all time. I have almost every character, every figure from this line, including Blue Snags. Look at this guy. He came in the Cantina set before they ever knew what this guy was going to look like. See the guys next to each other, the blue one and the red one? Well, the red one is how he really looks in the movie. The blue one is how the sculptor thought he was going to look because they didn't know. They only had a headshot. Pretty cool story. If you look, you'll see the mint, amazing condition of these figures and the prized possession in the back. Yeah, you see that camel guy? That's Yak Face. Everybody wants him. I don't know if you guys want him, but everybody I know that collects Star Wars figures loves that guy. Oh, we have an Oscar Mayer Wiener car hanging from the ceiling. Cool. Okay. Then there's more action figures. We have some Silverhawks. Yep. And we have some Ninja Turtles. Look at these guys. I played with these guys during church. Now, if something made my church toy list, then you know it was good. And these guys were there every Sunday. They were faithful. Unlike Rambo, I wasn't allowed to bring weapons to church, you know.
So Rambo had a standard.
Yeah. We have standards. Now, does anyone know what blind box toys are? Blind box. This whole thing is you don't know what you're going to get. And so you buy one of them. Like, let's say, for example, you love Adult Swim. And you're like, I love Adult Swim. I really want to get Samurai Jack. But you're not going to get Samurai Jack. You're going to get SEAL Team Rick, and you're going to be disappointed. It kind of stinks. But if you're lucky, you might get this one. And then it's worth like $100. So that's always cool. Fraggle Rock. Focusing a little bit. There you go. Okay, guys. Who remembers Mad Balls? These are not the old ones. These are reissue Mad Balls. They're really cool. If Caleb is watching, Caleb, dude, we still have Mad Balls. Caleb and I have a private joke. Rachel, you know what's up too. Yeah. I meant to order 4 boxes of Mad Balls, and I ordered 4 cases of Mad Balls like 2 years ago, so we still have some of those. More of my art, and you guys know, you've seen all this stuff. Created Equal series. Hey, if you haven't seen this Created Equal series, this is cool. It's something I did a couple of years ago, and it comes with a little book, and inside the book is the whole story of why I did these. So I know there's a few people out there that have some of the prints. Shannon, if you're listening, or Kurt, if you guys are listening, I actually have one of these for you because you bought a print of the chess one. Where is that? I guess I don't have it here, but I have the original, and I'm going to give it to you. So I'm going to give that to you on Friday. I don't even know if they're on here, but hey, you know what? I actually forgot about these guys. Check these out. Mint on card Star Wars figures. If you put them above my head, I don't see them. So that's cool. That's how you hold on to stuff, Rachel.
Makes sense.
Hey, Rachel, let's practice for a second. Let's have you be the host, and I'll go where you want me to go. So which direction should I go?
I want to see all the girly toys. And when I say that, I know people in the comments are going to be like, there's no such thing as girl toys. All toys are for kids. And I totally agree with that. However, I did not have a rainbow. I had Rainbow Bright and Strawberry Shortcake and all the cute stuff. So that's what I want to see.
Yeah, I agree. I can't handle it. So we have a Spark Sprite and a mini Spark Sprite from Rainbow Bright, and we have Indigo, who is adorable. And I'm not getting a good shot on that. Sorry. How about this? Who knows the tune to this? Huh? I guess I can't hear you guys do it, but I would love to. Don't make me do it. I actually kind of hummed in the last show with Morgan, and I tried to do a Kids on the Block song, and then I remembered, oh yeah, you can't sing on live. Okay, and then yeah, so this is actually one of my favorite toys in the whole store, by the way. I don't know why. You don't choose who you love, you know?
Right, exactly.
You just love what you love.
Oh, Kristen.
Like, oh, Rachel.
Says, I do, so she must know the song to that.
Okay, good. Okay, Chris, is it Kristen or Krista?
Kristen.
Okay, Kristen, let's hum it in our heads together. Ready? Yeah. Okay, we did it. All right. Okay, guys, so we do shirts. Everybody knows that. It's boring to talk about shirts. We do shirts. And we also buy weird collections of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Is there more than 7 there? Yeah, that's 8. So this is an inaccurate picture. Plus, who the heck is that girl in the white? That must be Snow White after she gets kissed, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Guys, everyone's welcome here at the store, just so you know. Even the Christians. All right. Of course.
I'm assuming beside Kristen is saying that she's singing the Gummy Bear song. So
I know you are. I know, me too. It's a great song. They're bouncing here and there and everywhere.
Are those
okay? Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. It's fine.
Oh, I think you're going to ask me. Are those original? Oh, these.
No, I want to see the Pound Puppies.
Oh yeah, look at these guys. These are so cute.
They're so.
Oh, guys, is this satisfying? Because you want to pet it, right? But do you see me petting it? Is that kind of weird? Okay, so there's Pound Puppies. I think the Pound Puppies I grew up with were much bigger. These are like the really little puppies, but they have a bag. These kinds of things I don't like to buy because they get dirty. But this one's like really clean and nice. But yeah, hey, listen, this is not all about selling stuff, just so you know. This is about sharing. And everyone who knows me knows, if they've ever been in the store, I don't even want to sell half this stuff because it's mine, so back off. But I like showing it to people, and it's super sad that I can't do that. I want you to grab one of these little charm girls. What are they called? They have a name, but I forgot. Someone out there knows what this is, right?
Does anyone know who that is? Oh, Kristen is saying she had those Pound Puppies and the carrier.
Oh, you did? Okay. All right. Do you still have it? If you do, I'll buy it from you.
I want to see those.
I love buying toys. Care Bears?
Yeah, let me see the Care Bears.
Okay, you have to understand that the ones in the back. Okay, watch this. I'm allowed to push these guys out of the way. I might be losing. Hey, that is Braveheart Bear. Braveheart Bear is probably my top 5 favorite characters of all time. I love him. He's so cute. Do you guys know the Care Bear stare? Yeah.
I wish.
Can you do the Care Bear stare?
On here.
I know. I love Balana. Hey, Balana, if anyone who knows Balana is listening, tell her we love her. We miss her. She worked with us for at least a year, maybe 2 years.
Yeah, close to 2, I think.
Do you guys know who this is? I already mentioned his name earlier today.
Okay, who is that?
Jordan Knight from New Kids on the Block.
You
Come
went
on,
dead. I didn't hear you. Don't
Oh,
judge me.
sorry.
Honey Colvin says freaking Eureka shirt waiting on it. So I'm assuming we can get her a freaking
Yes.
Eureka.
Yeah, wait till you see this right here. This is going to blow your mind. What? We have smalls. We have larges. We have extra large and 2X and 3X. So if you're a medium, sorry about that.
We'll
Okay.
get that up tonight, Penny, so you can order that. Oh, that's a new one. I haven't seen that one.
Well, notice it says explore Eureka, and you can't do that, so there's nothing but mountains because that's all you're allowed to explore.
She's got social distancing up.
This is fine. Okay. Hey, listen, Rachel.
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep this very long. How many viewers do we have right now?
We have 18.
Okay. Hey, 18 people out there in the world. I love you guys. I probably literally do love half of you because you're probably like my mom and my sisters. So let's skip right to here. Let me flip this.
After you said that, one person left.
Oh no! Oh, that's terrible. We gotta earn them back. What can we do to get that person back? I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, they came back.
Yeah. Okay, you're back. Hey, welcome. Now listen, I'm gonna skip right to the main point of what I'm doing tonight, which is to show you a preview of the auction items for Friday. So if you just tuned in now, you did not miss anything. I just did a quick tour of my store. There's plenty more to show. I'll do that another time. But for right now, I want you to know that this Friday at 6 o'clock, we're doing an auction. And what day is that? What's the number of that day, Rachel?
Good question. I want to say it is the 1st, May the 1st.
Okay, it's the 1st. And the following auction after that, if we do another one, will be the 8th. So we won't have time to celebrate Star Wars Day together. So this Friday is actually our May the 4th Star Wars Day celebration, and I decided to theme out the auction with a lot of Star Wars stuff, so I'm going to show you. This
Crystal Roby is probably very excited because she just said she wants more Star Wars stuff. So,
okay, everything on this table is just half of the auction. So I have it separated into lots. Like, for example, this group of 5 figures is a lot. This group of 7 figures, because there's like 5 guys, and you know what I'm saying. These are from Hoth. That's a lot. These 2 people right here, we thought they were lovers. Turns out they're sister and brother. They are a lot together. And this lunchbox, this is all I need is this lunchbox, and that's it, and nothing else. Just this lunchbox and these 2 dolls. Okay, that was for my kids in case they were watching, because we like watching The Jerk. Okay. And then this lot of books is going to be a lot. This guy, General Madine, this lot of figures, not him, he's by himself. This is awesome. This picture back here is a print signed by some weird artist, but that's a number 1, by the way. If it's a number 1, is it worth more, Rachel?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a terrible toy right here. This is from episode 1, but I thought it would be funny to have it out here. Here is a lot of Hillbilly Hero prints that are somewhat Star Wars related, I guess. And, okay, so if you're hanging out with us on Friday for the, oh yeah, guys, look, The Force Awakens. Everybody's waking up for the morning. You know, y'all have seen this. Okay. If you hang out with us on Friday and the Star Wars ones are going to be first, this stuff's coming up next. So you have some stuff that you haven't seen in a long time, like this. Look at that guy. Anybody know what that is? Don't read it. Okay. What about these? What about these? Come on, look how happy he is. He kind of looks like me. If I was a Muppet, that would be me.
Well, then who's Bert? That must be Jake.
I'm not ready to pick my Bert yet. And, you know,
okay.
Okay, so then there's this lot of Lord of the Rings stuff. You'd get all these figures here. You get this guy. It's funny, like when I'm actually showing them, I forget all their names all the time. Okay, then you get this Funko mystery box. That's an awesome lot. Here's a Muppet lot that'll have Mrs. Piggy, I almost called him Fozzie. That's not. It's Ralph. Ralph and Crazy Harry. Huh? This is a really good toy line, by the way, guys. Palisades. This company right here. If you get bored, go eBay and go to eBay and look at some of these figures from this line. I love it. It's one of my favorites ever. This is not vintage, but it's still cool. I mean, we all know the cartoon is vintage. Even though they remade it, it's not nearly as good. Still good, though. Pac-Man. Handheld. These are also modern works of art right here from Kid Robot. Have you guys noticed I love Kid Robot?
We carry a lot of Kid Robot stuff, but it's really cool.
Yes.
So.
How about this guy? Huh?
Who is that guy?
That's Robin Williams from Mork and Mindy.
Okay.
Mork and Mindy was a television show when I was a baby. Okay, guys, that is the auction setup. That's what we're going to have auctioning, that stuff and the Star Wars stuff on the table. So here, let me flip this real quick. And if you can see me, hi. That's it. That's all I'm going to show you tonight. So we'll have that stuff on the website so you can check it out. And I really appreciate you visiting us. Rachel, thank you for hosting. I really appreciate all of you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jayme. And we will see everyone Friday night at 6 p.m. And we'll put that link below.
All right. See you guys. Bye, everybody.